Hello, Build It Big Now, Avon Wings, Avon friends. How are you? Thank you for your request about job fairs. That's a very important subject. It's a very good question. And I want to go over some of your questions. I'm here live at the group, Build It Big Now. And if you're not able to listen to the live training, then you can ask all your questions. I'm gonna make it as simple as I can because in reality, job fairs, it's another event, and every event we treat, we as I do, we treat it the same way. It's very important to have all your materials ready. So take some notes of what I do at my events. One of the most important things that I do is my contact card. Without this, you can't do the follow-up. So first thing is a contact card. And you can use any contact card. I have posted some in here in the group, and I'm sure that a lot of you are using different ones. That's fine. It's not a specific one that you should use. Most important thing is name, address, phone number, and email address. Those are all the important things, and make sure that all the important information that you should track down, just make sure that you have a way to follow up with them, and make sure that they fill it out themselves. That's one of the questions. That's one of the things that we always make a mistake. We fill it out for them, and then we don't hear the number. We write down a letter that is not it, that we misheard it. So make sure that you give them a pen so that they can write down their own information. And then some people have illegible handwriting. So what I do after I get my contact card back, I make sure that I understand all the information that they wrote down. So it's important for you to have even their address, because the more information that you have, the more committed that person is to receiving your information and committing to becoming an Avon representative, that's exactly what you want. So let me tell you something else about your contact card that has to do with first taking all the information. As soon as I have the person's information, not necessarily at the job fairs, because they are coming through. The job fairs, most of the times, they are 2 to 4 hours. They last 2 to 4 hours because they start coming in fast, and they have to go through your table. So it's not that they choose where they're gonna go. They get a package in the front, and then they go to each station to get information from you. So the faster you take care of that person, the faster you're gonna be able to move the line. I always suggest for job fairs, because it's very consuming, because of the time that you have that's fast to interact with that many people, that you take other people to help you, whether they're representatives or not. Maybe if you're new and you're building your team, ask a family member, ask a friend, so that they can come with you, at least one more person, to help you with connecting with these many people not at the same time, at a fast pace. So I get all the information. I want to put all these people on Facebook, on social media, on whatever channel I have, so that they can look at me, at what I do, my profile, the things that I advertise. I want to get them into my social media. So I ask them, do you have Facebook? They tell me yes, great. Is this number, since you're not able to connect with that person right away, because like I said, it's at a fast pace. You can go back with that information and look them up and reach out to them that way. Another way to reach out to my contacts is through WhatsApp. I like WhatsApp because you're able to even update your status. So I recommend for a lot of you that don't have it to download the WhatsApp application. It has pictures of people, even though you can't see what they post unless they update their status on WhatsApp. You're able to send them clear pictures, videos, and things that they can look up right away, and then you can see if they're looking up, they're seeing your information. So that's another tool. Instagram, a lot of people use Instagram, Twitter. I'm not big on Twitter, but I have Twitter, LinkedIn. So ask them what kind of social media they have so that you can reach out to them. And then you write it down. Write it down on the top. If it's Facebook, put F, and then ask them, what is the name on your social media? Is it under this name? Is it under your phone number? Most of the people on Facebook can be looked up by their phone number or email faster than their name. So there's 3 ways to look them up on social media through Facebook. Is first name, last name, and city. The second one is through email, email, and then phone number. So all of these ways, you want to be able to reach out to them, and if they ask them if their account is private, or they can send you a friend's request. It's important that you have them on your social media, because you're able to send them a quick message. They're connected with you forever. Because they're there, they become one of your friends. So that's another tip on how to follow up on your contact. So the first thing is your contact. So for those of you who have not done a job fair, I'm going to explain to you what to expect. Basically, job fairs are people that are looking for jobs. Most of the times, they're not looking for a business. And when they're looking for a job, they do not have the money to get started. A lot of them are not financially stable. They don't have a bank account. Some of them are very business-like, look like they're looking for a business job, a desk, secretarial. They're very well dressed. So it all has to do with what the audience of that job fair is. However, all these people, somehow you're gonna ask them this question: do you have any experience with direct sales, with network marketing? And they know. This is a direct sales company. We are with Avon. Your control of your own business, earnings, and finances. And then so that they have an idea of what to expect from your contact and what you're giving them. So the first thing is for you to hand them out this information before you give them the package. So let me explain to you some of the tools that I have at the job fair. First of all, I want to have conversational items, and I choose 2 fragrances, one for women and one for men. It doesn't matter which one it is. Just make sure that you like them and you can talk about them. I love Little Black Dress, even though I'm working with Prima Noir. It's one of my favorite. And then another one of my favorites for men is Prime, and the other one is Alpha. So I carry either of those 2 for men because I can talk about them. My husband uses them. These are conversational tools that will keep people excited about approaching your table. So I keep these there, and I also keep some kind of bundle that I can raffle, and I let them know that one of the ways for them to get into our raffle is to enter their information hear correctly, and that I will call them back to follow up. So before I forget, because this is part of the contact, a lot of the job fairs, after the job fair, it just depends where I am, because sometimes I'm doing job fairs that are 2-4 hours away from where I live. But if it's a job fair that's close by me, and I say that it's close by me because not because of me, because of the people that are attending, they're not going to be willing to travel far. I schedule a get together, and then I tell them that once I do all the follow up and I contact them, I call them all and let them know, hey, you're the winner. You schedule one grand prize and with your raffle, but everybody else, to get them into this meeting, let them know that they want a free product, that they did not win the bundle, but they want a free product, so that they can come to your open house or presentation. You can do, you can call it anytime, anything you want to. Schedule a time so that they can be there. You can get together and present to them the business again, go over their questions, give them their gift, and connect with them again. You can also have several ones. If it doesn't coincide with everyone's schedule, you can say, okay, I'm going to have this, I'm going to be here on this day from 12 to 2, or I'm going to be here this day doing a meeting. It starts at 12, be here at 12, and then you can set up another weekend time. And the one you schedule was during the day, you can schedule another one for the weekend. So you can have 2 different times that they can choose, so that they can meet you and you can do the follow-up with them. Job fairs are very different. People there are focused to making money. They're there because they need an option to making either an additional income, or they don't have a job. So, as much as you can do to get those contacts to have contact with you again is important. If you're out of the area and you're not able to meet with them, then social media is great. You can put them in a group and schedule a video call. Ask them if they're able to meet with you for this day. You can create a group just for that amount of people that you have in your contacts, and then do a video call or post different pictures and information that is that's important to them. And then you can either use that group to add more people, more prospects, and that will be your prospects group, or you can create new groups for the different events that you have, and and just continue to either close that one or open a new one. That way you can have all those people in. If they're using Facebook, I'm talking about Facebook groups. So I'm giving you different options so that you can do your follow-ups. I prefer calls, I prefer texting, and I prefer doing video conferences. And if that doesn't work, then it becomes a dead lead, a lead that is not going anywhere. However, you're going to add them to your phone. You're going to add telephone number, email, address, all of that. You're going to add them into your database, into your personal phone. And sometimes I create like when I have an event, I put lead and then St. Paul, or lead job fair and the place. So all your leads that you add up on your phone, when you do a search, they all come up, and you're able to do another follow-up with the leads that you already have. And if they call you for more information, some people have called me after years of me contacting them. then you'll be able to know where the source came from, and you're not asking so many questions. You exactly know how to approach them. So that's as far as contacts. And I already talked about having a bundle or a basket. I am out of baskets. I have been doing baskets, orders forever. I haven't been able to do a video because I actually had to get somebody to help me make them. So I haven't been able to do a video on baskets. So I'm showing you a bundle because I'm out of baskets. But for those of you who are not doing baskets, you can just get a nice basket from Dollar Tree and then put all your products in there, the ones that you can afford and your budget lets you. And then that way you're able to do your basket on your own budget, you know, with the products that you can include in there. So what do I do at the job fairs? So I already talked, and write down, because, you know, write it down and make sure that if you have questions, if you're here with me now, that you ask me questions. That's why we're live. But if you're not able to be here, just continue, you know, ask questions and then I will answer them. This video is also going to be at my YouTube channel, Avon Wings. I'm going to make sure that I post it there. And I'm also going to do one in Spanish, in my Spanish group, Vuele a su Destino. If you need the name of that group, I will post it down. If you have Spanish representatives, or if you are bilingual, you can join that group. It has information in Spanish and the same type of mentoring that I do here. So first of all, the contact. Second of all, conversational items, okay? And one for men and one for women. A going raffle. Of course, plenty of pens. And if you can have several clipboards also, because that way you can have more than one people on your clipboard, especially if you have more you know, either team members or friends helping you with this job fair. For the job fairs, you're gonna have a very small space, usually a table, and you're right next to different vendors. Sometimes they have like an open space where the prospects are entering their information for application, and you can also go there with them after you have passed the madness, the rush hour, the rush from the job fair, people coming in, and if they're still sitting there, you can go back and ask them, so did you find how was the job fair? Were you able to find the job that you wanted? How was, how did how would an Avon business help you? Ask open-ended questions so that they can give you an answer, and that way you can connect more. So what I do, I prepare these baskets with the literature bags. The literature bags come 50 in one pack. They're 80 cents each plus tax. I have inside this booklet talks about how to get started and the benefits. Give your life a makeover. It doesn't have earnings, it has information. It talks about the company, the products, very visual for anyone. And then they can choose the different packages. If you're able to have a conversation to guide them through this book, and you let them know that you can sit down with them and complete their application so that they're able to get their package in the mail today and start networking their business. Have extra brochures there with you so that when someone starts their business right there with you, you're able to give them a few brochures so they can start networking with the people that they know. By the time their package gets there, they already have an idea of what their sales are going to be. Um, this, I also, since you know, I put together my bombitas. I let them know this is what I use for prospecting. It has a lot of information in there, and it's easier for them to contact prospects and build their team without stressing out on how they're going to do it. It's all there, and I will show them how to create their own also. So you're showing them the duplication process. Then a brochure, and if you have these, you know, the little flyers, you could, it's just something extra that I include if I have it. Before, I used to put the what's new. We were not able to order the what's new in quantities unless they changed it, because last time I wasn't able to get different what's new with my order. You know, I used to order a bundle what's new so that I can put in my tryout kits. However, your old what's new, save them, because you can also add them to the tryout kits, and you can also have a conversation with them to let them know, if I have one here, to let them know the sales that they have, that is available for them, and you know, how they can get a great discount on their products. And even if they're not ready to set time aside to have an additional business or an additional job, even though they're looking for a job, some people are not able to commit to a business. They need something that they can do right away. You're able to determine that when you talk to that person and you ask questions. Ask about them. You know, ask them, how many kids do you have? Are you a stay-at-home mom right now? You know, what is your profession? You know, things that you can come back and have something, you know, feedback that can help them make the decision. Not convincing, giving them feedback. So another thing, I know this can be costly, but if you can, you know, if you have access to making copies and it's affordable, I suggest Staples. With Staples, you get 4 cents a copy. All you have to say is you're an Avon representative at the Copier Center, and they will make copies in black and white. In color, is I think it's 12 cents. It's not worth to incur in that expense. Black and white, it's good. The Daily Care flyer, it's a way to get them started to making their first $80. Let them know that this is available to them when they sell 20. When they sell 10 of these bundles, they're $19.99, $20. They're able to make their first $80. That's a first $200 order. So you can guide them into do this, into showing them this, letting them know that all their sales, the first 7 campaigns, when they follow the fast start, is 40%. They can take advantage of their own items. They can resell them. It's a great way to earn an additional $1,000. And then the Kickstart. So the Daily Care, the Kickstart, and I like to add my own testimonial. I have my own 1099. If you need a testimonial, I am posting my my earnings on my page. If you go to my page, Milagros Avon Garcia, or my profile, my earnings are there. They're very much accessible to anybody. You can print them out and take them to your job fairs to show as testimonials. You can also have your own personal testimonial, even if you're not earning thousands of dollars and you're earning from your sales. You know, make sure that you have that written down. Your own personal testimonial is important. The reason why I'm telling you this, showing people the money is important because that's how I got here. I saw a big check, an $8,000 check, and I looked at my present situation back then. I was working for the county. I had 3 kids at the time, a newborn, which was my son Austin, and the other 2 were teens. You know, they were I say 10, 12 years old, and then my newborn baby. And I was having a hard time to, making money. I would get home from work to cook dinner, and, I would spend all of my money when I got paid, and my husband too. By the time that week was over, we only had a few dollars in the account, and that's how we lived for many years. So I asked myself, am I gonna be able to make this kind of money where I am? Is my husband gonna be able to make the kind of money where he's at? And when I asked those 2 questions and the answer was no, then I needed to do something else. And that's why I started my Avon business. That's why I started direct sales, because the earnings are unlimited. And that's the message that you want to relay people. The earnings are unlimited. You're in charge of your own finances, because the more time you put into the business, the more money you're gonna get. And you're not gonna sacrifice family time, because you can actually work with your kids. And that's what I like the most about this business. Also, for those of you who are following me, I recently started putting a new plan into test. That means 1 hour a day, 1 hour a day that you're out there talking to as many people as you can, giving out your bombitas, your samples, your business cards, getting names and numbers if you can. You want to be out active in the field for 1 hour every day. And that even works for me, because sometimes I'm running around everywhere, and I'm not able to connect with people. And sometimes I have days where I can't connect with anybody, because I'm either visiting customers, I'm either visiting team members, doing my own personal chores, that I am there and I'm running, I'm going to the gym, coming back home, doing the work that I have to do, and I'm not able to connect. So my goal is to be able to be active with people at least 1 hour a day. I suggest you, for those of you who have jobs, who are stay-home moms, to devote 1 hour a day to be out there connecting with people. It doesn't matter how many events you do, how many job fairs you do, the work you do consistently, reaching out to new opportunities, new leads and prospects is what's gonna increase your business. So I just made a video about my hour a day, the hour a day, and how I'm mentoring my team to do the same. And yes, some of them are gonna do it, some of them are choose not to do it. But you know what? Do your job as a leader and be out there prospecting at least 1 hour a day. So this is all I put in my packages. Most important thing is the follow-up. I have had job fairs where I've taken my team and they have not followed up with anyone. Don't ask me why. But I always keep my contacts, and then I give them contacts, because I want to know that if they are not following up, or if they decide, I have had team members that I have taken them to an event, and it's been overwhelming for them. So they choose not to do anything. You know, it's just, don't ask me the reason for this, but you just have to be aware that not everyone is good for this opportunity. And even though I don't like to talk negative stuff in any of my videos or any of the things that I do, it happens, and I want you guys to be aware that if you're spending time doing this kind of events and your money, because for us job fairs we have to pay at least $200. That the least money that I've had to pay for job fairs is $200. And then I've had a few one that they have invited me back for free, but those are very few. And I just want to make sure that you guys are aware that this is an investment. Hello, Jill. I hope that I was able to answer all your questions. And thank you for young lady. Avon makes me young. Oh, and Kim says, thanks so much for sharing, Milagros. You're welcome. If you need to go back to this video, you know, and if you have other questions, or if you do your job fair and then you have questions about the job fair, please let me know. Go to my vendors, job fairs and vendors events on my profile. It's a public album. For those of you who I have not added as friends, not because I don't want to, it's because I don't have any more space. For those who I add, I have to take people off so that I can add new ones. And the ones that I take off is just, you know, profiles that I see that are not active. So I take them off my Facebook and then I add new friends. But my albums are public. Look at job fairs and events. Go to my photos and then albums, and then you'll be able to see them there. I show pictures of the setup. I show pictures of the people that we recruit. You know, the different types of job fairs. I have done videos about job fairs. We have done many job fairs, even though we haven't done them lately, because our focus has been on duplicatable things. And I really would like for everybody to go back to the field for at least 1 hour a day to connect with new people. I hope this video helped you. I think that I was very specific, that I cover all your questions, content of the packages, tools, and make sure that you look professional. That's another thing. For job fairs, you're gonna be inside a room unless it's an outdoor job fair, which I've had those too. I suggest that you dress in black, okay? You can either wear your team shirt, or you can have a black shirt, or you can have a long sleeve shirt or a jacket. Make sure that you look professional. Comfortable shoes is important because you're gonna be standing, not sitting. You're gonna be interacting with people at every event. Put your little makeup on, your jewelry, so you can also refer to your Avon jewelry with everything that you do. And have fun. Make sure that you look elegant and you look very well put together, because when you do, people want to become part of what you do. You can wear the Avon clothes. I choose black because it's a neutral color. And when I used to go for interviews, when I was looking for a job, I only had black suits. I went with black suits because black is a color that everyone you know, that everyone can relate to. If I wear red and somebody doesn't like the red, or for any other reason, just the attraction gets off when you're wearing another color. So I always choose to wear black. And we look thinner. That's why. I think that's one of the main reasons. So I hope that this helped you. it wasn't easy getting started. I gained all my confidence and all my experience by being out there in the field, actively connecting to people. I learned from a few managers that took me under their wings, and I learned from very few Avon representatives. Back then we didn't have any social media. Most of the time I was on my own trying to reinvent something and hoping that it would work. So thank you, Jill. Thank you so much. And it's just like when you become a baby and then you're growing up, you're learning, and this business is about the same thing. You're a baby in the business, and then you start developing into an adult in the business with more experience. That only happens when you create those experiences. If you're a baby and you're locked up in the house, somebody has you locked up in the house, and you don't go anywhere, nobody teaches you anything, guess what? You're not going to be able to learn any skills. It's the same thing with us representatives. Imagine yourself as a baby. When you start, you got to go out into the world and learn. Jill, I won't be on the cruise. I'm missing these 2 trips. I won't be at Disney either, even though we earned both. I won't be there because my friend, I have 4 best friends, so I can't say my best friend because I have 4 best friends. Patty, she's getting married for the first time, and we're going to Costa Rica for her wedding. We're leaving on Thursday for 10 days. And my son is graduating from the Army, and he's still in basic training, so our dates for his graduation are within the cruise. So we don't want to take the chance of not being able to be with him, because whatever happens, we're going to be at his graduation. He's our priority. We're very proud that he enlisted. He's doing very well, and we have to be there with him. So I won't be at the cruise, and I won't be at Disney this year. So please forgive me. Ooh. And even though I would love to go, but I will be at RevFest, God willing. After basic training, he has 6 more months for AIT, so that's not gonna land at RevFest. We are already registered at RevFest. We're gonna be there. We always have a great time. I think that's gonna be an unforgettable event, as many other ones. I don't miss any conference ever. Even the leadership conferences, I try to be there because it's training. And if I don't train myself, how am I going to train my team? How am I going to run a business if I'm not taking the trainings? So trainings are my number 1 in the bucket. They're the ones that I focus on more. And then I have to focus on my family too, and what's important to me. So I'm sorry that I won't be there. Ooh. But thank you so much. I think I cover everything. Just want you to know that it's a great business. There's a lot of new changes. I know that we're experiencing some setbacks with the system. Be patient, okay? We are all aware of it. If you're not able to get into the system, just try back. They're changing a lot of the things for the best. And once all of this takes place, all these changes, then you guys are all of us are gonna be in a much better business. So please be patient. Avon knows and they're aware of what's happening, okay? So I will see you in Spanish at Vuela Su Destino. If you're a member there, log in into the group, and I hope I can share more there. Thank you. Bye.